Welcome back, folks, to the Wee Glasgow podcast. Today I want to bring awareness to your inner child and how to connect with this part of you that may have been divorced during childhood to survive, especially if you had an emotionally unavailable parents or narcissistic caregivers. That kind of upbringing doesn't just wound us, it also means that healthy parenting was never modelled for us. And by connecting to your inner child, this means it will help you build the skills to become the adult you needed all your life. And this is powerful because it fills in not just what was missing, but it also fixes what was hurt. Our inner child is a psychological concept that represents the childlike parts of your personality and emotions. This part of us that carries our early experiences, needs, fears, beliefs and coping mechanisms from childhood into adulthood. Our inner child drives our emotions, holds on to hardships, trauma and the neglect and abuse we suffered. If we came from abusive and toxic home environments, then our inner child will have unhealthy patterns and attachment styles. Your inner child can tolerate toxic environments, believing they can fix, soothe and heal others. This is a part of us that feels they can relate to toxic environments. When children grow up, they adapt to survive emotionally, and those adaptations often become adult patterns. So for example, a child who was criticised a lot will become a perfectionist as an adult. A child who felt ignored may be clingy or fear abandonment. A child who had unpredictable caregivers will become hypervigilant and anxious. A child who only received love when behaving will become a people pleaser. Your inner child wounds are caused by emotional neglect, having no emotional safety, parents being emotionally unavailable, not being seen or heard, constantly walking on eggshells, having to grow up quickly, and this alongside the obvious abuse and trauma. If your inner child wasn't nourished, safe and held growing up, your triggers and belief run into your adult life, interactions and relationships. As an adult, have you ever had a reaction to a situation or a person that feels childish or intense? And if you have, it's because an old wound has been activated. So for example, if someone cancels plans on you, it's logically small, but emotionally it awakens childhood feelings of rejection and abandonment. This is your nervous system reacting from an old emotional memory. So how do we get to know our inner child? Getting to know your inner child as an adult may feel weird at first, and this is normal. During my practice as a psychotherapist, my clients have stated when they do this, it feels nuts and schizophrenic in nature, but I promise you it's neither of the above. What we are doing is embarking on a healing journey within that is carrying trauma, hurt and pain. You didn't deserve the chaos. You deserve to feel safe. So let us heal and find freedom. You didn't get the version of childhood you deserved. You became responsible too early, too quiet, too careful, and too aware. You kept secrets and made excuses, and you were just a kid, needing and wanting stability, safety, and love. But instead it was met with inconsistency, broken promises, and emotional neglect. Trauma doesn't need to be loud to be real. You had to wear a mask. You had to control yourself and hide. You had to work hard to achieve praise and belonging, if it ever came at all. So you divorced your inner child to keep yourself safe. Now as an adult we are going to become the mother and father we never had. We are going to show up and be present, listen without judgment, comfort, soothe and give praise. We must embrace our inner child. We must collaborate with them each day, ask them questions, check in. Now, the best way to do this, if you can't visualise your inner child, use a photograph of your younger self. And I want you to spend a few minutes with them each day. Spend time with this little person in the photograph. Check in to see how they are feeling. Validate their emotions. Let them know that they're not alone. And also tell them you love them every single day. Your inner child needs connection. And by doing this, you're going to be able to connect with your inner child. Ask them questions. Get a pen and a bit of paper. You can ask them things like, who do you like to spend time with? What do you like to do? What TV shows would you like to watch today? Who do you feel safe with? Who are you scared of? What do you need when you're scared? What do you need when you feel stressed or sad? Because it's more than likely you've grown up your whole life and nobody's ever asked your inner child these questions. And because your inner child needs connection, it's a good idea to do some activities. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 50, you could be 30, you could be 25. It doesn't matter. So activities that help you connect with your inner child. Go to the beach and collect seashells. Return to play, imagination and creativity. Connection means to feel inspired and excited. So there's nothing weird about doing these activities at all. Remember a time when you did feel joy and happiness, even if it was just for 5 minutes. Play a childhood board game. Forest walks connect with nature. Jump in puddles. Rollerblading or ice skating. Build Lego. Play computer games. Colouring in. Painting. Arts and crafts. Listen to music. Now, a big one that I do get my clients to do is to write letters to your inner child. Tell them that you're here for support and validation. Explaining how proud you are of them for all the chaos they went through. Healing your inner child is about learning emotional safety, validating your feelings instead of shaming them, also grieving unmet needs, self-compassion, setting boundaries, learning your worth, that it's not conditional, learning to respond to yourself with compassion instead of punishment. There are so many adults walking around with a wounded child inside and pretending that they are fine. This is a very good exercise and it will really help to connect with your inner child. So as always folks, thanks for listening. Take good care of yourselves. Please like, subscribe and share. And remember, if you want to get in touch with me, you can do via email. samsweepodcast@outlook.com. And I'll see yous all in the next one.